The man who wanted to be buried in a Rolls Royce. There was once a young man named Kevin. Now, Kevin didn't come from much. His family was humble. His clothes were hand-me-downs, and his shoes always made that embarrassing squish sound when it rained. He grew up in a small neighborhood where everyone knew everyone, and nobody really had much. But Kevin was sharp, ambitious. He had dreams bigger than his little town could handle. So he worked hard, really hard. Took risks, started a few small businesses, failed some, succeeded in others, and before long he was rolling in cash. Like serious money. He moved to the city, bought a mansion with 12 bathrooms, even though he lived alone, and started collecting expensive things just because he could. His prized possession? A gold-plated Rolls Royce. Oh yes, that car shined so bright even the sun felt shy around it. Funny thing though, Kevin never really drove it. Nope. He said, "This car is not for the streets. It's for legacy." So it stayed parked in his glass garage under special lights, surrounded by velvet ropes like a museum piece. Kevin had made it, or so he thought. Now, with all that wealth, Kevin started changing. He stopped going to church. Too busy, he'd say. He didn't pray much either. After all, what was there to ask for when you had everything, right? Instead of saying, "Thank God," he'd say, "I worked for this." He even once joked, "Even God would be impressed with my hustle." That was Kevin's problem. Slowly, without noticing, he shifted his faith from God to gold, from prayer to pride. But life has a funny way of humbling us. One day, Kevin got sick. Nothing too serious at first, just fatigue. But then came the fevers, the hospital visits, and the specialists who couldn't figure out what was wrong. His money couldn't fix it, his cars couldn't comfort him. His expensive friends slowly stopped visiting. It was just him, lying on a hospital bed, staring at the ceiling, realizing something was missing. And then came the wake-up moment. Lying there, he remembered a verse his mom used to read to him from the Bible. "And in my prosperity I said, I shall never be moved." He whispered it out loud, and for the first time in years he prayed. Really prayed. "God, I think I forgot you somewhere along the way. I'm sorry." Something shifted. He wasn't healed instantly, but he had peace again. He stopped depending on his riches and started depending on God. Slowly, he recovered. But wait, the story doesn't end there. Years later, Kevin passed on. Peacefully this time, and wiser. But Kevin, being Kevin, left an interesting note in his will. He wanted to be buried sitting in that Rolls Royce. And guess what? His family followed through. At his funeral, there he was, propped up in the front seat of that sparkling car, sunglasses on, looking like he was cruising into eternity. As the crane began to lower the car into the oversized grave, someone in the crowd whispered, "Now that's living." Another person shook his head and said, "Nah, my brother. That's dying." Moral of the story? Success is a blessing, but it becomes a curse if it replaces God in our hearts. Like King David in the Bible, we may say in our wealth, "Nothing can shake me." But life reminds us, it's not about the Rolls Royce, the bank account, or the lifestyle. Without God, it all fades. But with Him, even in a storm, there's peace. So, build that dream. Buy the car if you must, but don't let your gold become your God. Because at the end of the day, even the man in the Rolls Royce couldn't take it with him. Thought to remember. It's tragic when the very success you prayed for becomes the reason you forget the one who gave it. If this story made you smile, nod, or whisper, "Wow," even once, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't be shy. Subscribe too, it's free. And hey, if you share this video, someone else might just need this reminder today.